Okay, so get your popcorn, because am I the only one that feels like Vlad the Impaler just really went John Wick on everyone? I mean, when he was only 16, they assassinated his father and then burned his older brother's eyeballs out with a hot poker and buried his brother alive. So Vlad's dad, who is also Vlad, so we're just going to call him Daddy Vlad. Daddy Vlad is in a Wallachia sandwich between Hungary and the Ottomans. Well, as a sign of good faith, he sends his two very young children, Vlad the Impaler, who was only 11 at the time, and his younger brother Radu the Handsome, down to live with the Sultan as literal children collateral. So think about it, from a very young age, Vlad and his brother Radu are educated with everything in the Ottoman Empire, from war to everything else. So in 1447, when his dad and brother are killed by the Wallachian boyars, Vlad gets let go about a year later. He's only 17 years old and he returns back home. Well, he only sat on the throne for about 2 months before he was kicked to the curb again. But Vlad's revenge game was long. Do you think he was letting that shit go? Hell no. In 1462, he returns and rules for about 6 to 7 years. Well, one Easter Sunday, he invites the boyars and all their family to a nice little Easter dinner. Well, joke's on them. He kills all the older ones. So he marches the younger, more able ones down to Panari Castle and literally has them rebuild the castle that was in shambles. And now he has this new fortress up on the mountain. Perfect location. Well, Vlad the Impaler literally cleaned up the streets. People were so afraid to steal because the immediate sentence was death. He didn't care if you were rich or poor or who you were. If you stole something, you were dead. People were so afraid to commit a crime, he put a gold cup next to a fountain for everyone to drink from. Do you think anybody stole that gold cup? Hell no. So after a while, the Sultan's like, hey Vlad, where's my money? You haven't been paying me my dues. And Vlad's like, I kind of spent my money on my own stuff. So the Ottomans really thought that Vlad was going to be a nice little puppet for them, and Vlad's like, I ain't got no strings, what do I look like, Pinocchio? Vlad's like, I got a piece of wood for you and it's going where the sun don't shine. If you guys don't know, impalement was a slow and torturous death. The ends weren't even spiked, they were more rounded. It took about 3 days to fully go through your whole body, so you would die a very slow and painful death. So Vlad and his current girlfriend or wife, no one really knows, they're just chilling at Panari Castle, and they get word from one of his spies that the Ottomans are headed that way. So Vlad's escaping and the girlfriend stays behind, and the folklore goes that rather than be captured by the Ottomans, she throws herself from the tower into the river, and to this day that river is still nicknamed the Princess's River. So Vlad goes to the Hungarian king for help. Well, the Hungarian king ends up imprisoning him because he thinks that Vlad is working with the Ottomans. So years into his imprisonment, in a strategic move, the king ends up having Vlad marry his cousin Ilona. Well, him and Ilona pop out a couple kids. Vlad has converted to be a Catholic. So about a year later in 1476, Vlad is out fighting this battle down by Bucharest, and he ends up getting his head chopped off. Now, there's a lot of rumors as to what actually happened, but they said that his head got sent down to the Ottoman Empire and it was put high on a stake for everyone to see. So Vlad's life is cut short at the young age of only 45, and to this day, no one has found his body.